is a gorgeous Saturday, November 26, 2022. Rail fanning a different railroad today, a different tourist line. Rarely have rail fanned this line. We're in beautiful New Hope, Pennsylvania, and we're going to capture some of the New Hope and Ivyland Santa Claus Specials. They're running trains every half hour all day long. I'm gonna get trains around town and chase it along the railroad. Today this railroad is known as the New Hope Railroad, formerly the New Hope and Ivyland Railroad. Went from New Hope down to Ivyland and Warminster. We're connected with the Scepter route into Philadelphia. This is all former Reading Company trackage. And here comes our Santa Claus special, which left here at 9 o'clock this morning. Got the New Hope and Ivyland GP30, a former Pennsylvania Railroad Penn Central locomotive, 2198. That engine has had the same number on every railroad it's operated on. And they seem to be using the runaround track at Lahaska. Got a steam train next, leaving at 10. Departing at 10 is New Hope and Ivyland 280, number 40, built 1925 by Baldwin Locomotive Works, acquired by the New Hope Railroad in 1962. Formerly with the Lancaster and Chester Railroad in South Carolina, where it toiled for many years. Listen to that Baldwin bell. The steam locomotive, everything is Reading Company, the passenger coaches and the former railroad. And here's the beautiful 1891 built Reading Company depot here at New Hope. New Hope itself is a gorgeous town along the Delaware River. Right across the river is Lambertville, New Jersey, an equally quaint town. But New Hope seems to get most of the publicity here. It's a big shoppers town. A lot of nice little shops, restaurants. It's just a great Pennsylvania tourist destination. And with the train, the steam train, and the diesel trains that they run on this tourist line, it makes it even sweeter. 'Tis the Christmas season. Here comes the GP30 running around his train for his next departure at 10:30. That engine was built in 1963. It's held the same number for every railroad it worked on. Pennsylvania, Penn Central, Conrail, and now the New Hope in Ivyland. Let's take a listen to this classic General Motors diesel. People riding the trains today. We're looking east at downtown New Hope down Bridge Street, and it's well named. You go further east, you cross the bridge over the Delaware River into Lambertville, New Jersey. 10:22, here comes another diesel, the GP9U, former Canadian Pacific. Boy, this railroad is percolating today. I've never seen it so busy. This is the high price train. I think this train charges the highest premium to ride. And that GP9U sounds great. Okay, departing at 10:30 with the GP30 is the Santa North Pole Express train. There are three different types of trains. There's the deluxe train, which has the GP9U, and the premium train with the steam locomotive. See those classic Reading Company coaches that used to toil on the King Coal up to Pottsville and a host of other Reading Company trains. 10:53, here comes the steam train with the premium train. The steam train is cleared. Here comes the 8218 out of the pocket track there by the roundhouse. right, the 11 o'clock train is off. All right, here's the number 40. Picked up some water here. It's going to run around the train and make the 11:30 premium train departure. It's got that patented Baldwin bell. 11:23, about to cross Aquatong Creek just west of town. This is a 10:30 train with the GP30. Steam and first generation General Motors diesels. You couldn't ask for any better. We'll stick around for one more train in downtown New Hope. That'll be the 11:30 Steam Special. 11:30, here comes the Steam Special, pulling out of New Hope. Last car looks like an old Reading MU car they turned into a standard coach. Here comes the GP9 ULED train at 11:50, heading back to New Hope. Stick around and get the 12 noon train with the GP30. With the heavy-duty train frequencies they're running on this line today, they need more than 2 sidings to do this. Well, other than New Hope and Lahaska at the other end, there's an intermediate siding called Deer Park. Well, here comes the 12 o'clock train out of New Hope with the GP30 12:04. I can hear the steam train off in the distance approaching the Deer Park siding. Oh, we got a different engine on this. The Jeep 38 was swapped out. Jeep 30 rather. Was nice. Pennsylvania Northeastern chop nose. I think that's a GP9U also. I'll check on it. That Jeep you saw on that last train is a Pennsylvania Northeastern GP9 RM that the New Hope and Ivyland picked up. It was a former Canadian National GP9U. Here comes the steam train back to New Hope at 12:18. We move further west to the Reeder Road crossing. We're just east of the Deer Park siding. Looking west, you can hear that nice horn on that Pennsylvania Northeastern GP9 RM. He's heading into Deer Park siding to the west. 12:40. Here comes the 12:30 out of New Hope. Got the GP9. You heard Santa Claus yelling Merry Christmas there. A meeting of the GP9s. Former CP will meet former CN, and he'll be coming next. Nice S3L on him. Well, coming out of the siding at Deer Park is the Pennsylvania Northeastern GP9 RM. And he's got a sweet sounding horn. Sounds like a Canadian style K3L. Indeed, it's a former Canadian engine. sound. Next up should be the steam engine. Here comes the steam train at 110. Oh, I think I better go to the ear doctor on Monday. Oh, that was loud. Okay, 114, here comes our train bound for New Hope, powered by the former CP GP9U. Okay, move further west to Aquatonka Road. Well, next up at 140 is the Pennsylvania Northeastern GP9RM. It's got an LED headlight. Nice horn, making some good EMD first generation noise. Told that the C30-7 was scrapped, and they have another unit painted in Canadian Pacific colors, another GP9U. Okay, at 202 coming down the hill is the Pennsylvania Northeastern painted GP9RM 7010, turning with the 130 train out of New Hope. Best horn on the roster. New Hope and Ivyland is nestled in the scenic Bucks County countryside. And at 211, fighting uphill is the 2 o'clock train with the XCP GP9U on the point. Not sure what happened to the 2198, but I certainly don't mind its replacement. Absolutely gorgeous day. Glad I came out here. Nice rolling stock from the SP in Santa Fe. I think that's their Supreme train, not the Deluxe train. Looks like it had some very elegant accommodations on board. Dining as well as seating. You can hear that Leslie echoing across the valley. Well, we're looking west at the scenic Aquatonka Road crossing at 2:35 as the XCP engine, the 8218, is coming back down the hill towards New Hope. Next train after this will be number 40, barking uphill. I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing that. Let's listen to that nice Leslie S3L horn. You'll be meeting number 40 at Deer Park Siding, just around the corner. New Hope and Ivyland is running a very intense network of trains today. Every 30 minutes there's a train departing New Hope. Santa Claus Specials. They're running trains every half hour, concluding at 8 o'clock tonight. Impressive. And you can hear that whistle in the distance from number 40. Be here soon. If you've ever listened to the Mobile Fidelity record album, Steam Railroading Under Thundering Skies, it features, the first side features the Bonamy and Hattiesburg Southern. It's a Mississippi short line with a Baldwin locomotive, number 300, a 282, working throughout that storm. And the 300 has a whistle, very much similar to the number 40 here. Here he comes. I can hear him barking up the hill. Awesome show. You can't hear that on the Strasburg Railroad. Let's listen to that whistle blowing for the Lower Mountain Road crossing. Now we move further west to the Lower Mountain Road crossing. We're just east of Lahaska. Okay, at 3 o'clock, here comes number 40 coming back down to New Hope. I saw a lot of people having a nice snack in there in that car before the caboose. They put the GP30 2198 back in service. Well, now we move to the other end of the New Hope and Ivyland tourist line, Lahaska. We'll see some trains arriving, turning, and heading back to New Hope. And we see the 2198, the GP30. It's going to run around his train and couple up and head back to New Hope. is brutal here. Have to find some obstruction to stand alongside of to get rid of the sunlight. As he's pumping up his air to head back toward New Hope. This engine is well traveled in the state of Pennsylvania. Probably a few others too. Here he goes. At 3:48, approaching now is the GP9U, the 8218. He'll be coming in and running around his train. Hopefully we'll get some good GP9 567 engine music with these maneuvers. Just a beautiful, beautiful day this has been. About 53 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. Crossing in the foreground is Street Road. Gates are going down. A lot of classic passenger equipment there. SP, Santa Fe. The tracks continue on to Ivyland and Warminster, where it connects with SEPTA, but trains only go as far as here nowadays, Lahaska. You got to hear that GP9 breathe with that lovely first generation sound. Okay, at 4:17, approaching his engine number 40. There are so many tourist railroads that use Baldwin steam locomotives these days. Reading and Northern does, Strasburg Railroad does, this one does. Those last two cars were former Reading MU cars. And he's making his reverse move. You can hear that familiar Baldwin bell. I forgot another tourist railroad that uses a Baldwin, the Black River and Western in nearby New Jersey. Runs number 60. That engine, back in 1967, ran on a Long Island Railroad excursion out to Montauk. Unfortunately, it broke down on the way back. That was the end of steam on the Long Island Railroad. Okay, he's ready to leave for New Hope. This is his last daylight trip. Still going to run a couple more times the rest of the day, but in darkness. Busy road. Yeah, we're just outside New Hope now on Mechanic Street. Runs along the tracks. Some people having a nice warm get-together there. We're alongside Mechanic Street, just west of New Hope Village, getting the number 40 coming back a second time. Sun is already set. It's 4:50 p.m. The GP9U should be making the 5 o'clock out of here, New Hope. And you witnessed a 5 p.m. departure with the GP9U. 8218, sounded great.
p.m. North Pole Premium train is now boarding. For assistance, please find the red cap.
Apparently the premium train is the steam train. But there are other trains that look more elegant than that, aside from the steam engine. New Hope, Pennsylvania has always been a big tourist draw, especially around the holidays. And this town is jumping right now, and the trains will continue to run for another 2.5 hours plus. I don't know, to me, Christmas in Pennsylvania has few, if any, equals. Here comes 40. He's going to couple up and make the 5:30 run tonight. 525, in comes the 2198 GP30. And shortly, the 40 will be departing on his 5:30 departure. Departing on time is number 40. Corner of Bridge Street and Main Street in downtown New Hope. And this place is jumping. It's always a popular town. Shopping, eating, especially around the holidays. This town is jumping today. It's a gorgeous day and gorgeous evening. Well, I walked further east in town and I ran out of Pennsylvania. Looking at the Delaware River, that's the Bridge Street Bridge over the Delaware, and on the other side of the river is the charming town of Lambertville, New Jersey. Heart of downtown New Hope. Christmas spirit is definitely filling the air tonight. I don't know, there's just something about Christmas in Pennsylvania that I just love so dearly. What at first I thought was a church is actually the Old Stone Steakhouse. Looks mighty warm and cozy inside. We're just about to wrap up this beautiful visit to New Hope and the New Hope and Ivyland. And at 5:52, here comes the GP9U consist. right, shortly the 6 o'clock train will depart with the 2198.